if you are a college student, let's talk about how you can get ahead of the mass 99% of students in colleges of India. So why do you need to hear about this? Because the fundamental system of education in India is flawed. Because even if you invest everything and get all straight A's in all the remaining exams of your college life, you get a perfect, very amazing CG, the best thing you'll become is a very good employee. Now take me for an example. When I came into my first year, I was a very scrawny, skinny, shy, introverted kid who didn't want to talk to anyone, who didn't have any skills. And after 4 years when I graduated, I had 100k plus followers on social media. I had multiple clients I was working with. I had multiple skill sets that I could leverage to make money. I had made lakhs of money in college. I have been to very amazing colleges and gotten on stage to give speeches. This introvert guy gave speeches to thousands of people on stages. And on top of all of this, I was physically fit. I had this amazing set of friends and went on amazing college trips as well. So I think it's safe to say that I can show you the pathway of getting ahead of 99% of the students. The first characteristic of a 1% student is that they are financially independent. They don't take money from their parents. They can pay their own fees. Now that can be a far stretch at some cases, but at least they don't ask for pocket money from their parents कि पापा 5,000 रुपए भेज दो, 10,000 रुपए भेज दो, कुछ खरीदना है. They don't ask for money from their parents for their own wants in their life. So one of the things that you might want to think about is passive income, that is earning some amount of money while also being a full-time student. Now how do you earn this money and how much can you earn? Talking about how much you can earn, I have personally earned at the level of 1.5 to 2 lakhs every single month towards the end of college. And talking about where to start, how you can make this money, the first thing and the only thing that you need to think about is creating some kind of value. Because how do you get people to pay you money is by providing some kind of value. It can be a service, it can be some kind of product. So getting off to a product is typically difficult at start. So start with some service, learn some kind of skill. It can be video editing, it can be copywriting, it can be graphic design, digital marketing. Learn any of the skills that are easy to learn, because this is the era of the internet and you can go onto YouTube and spend like 10 to 20 to 25 hours on a particular subject and you will be proficient enough, you will be good enough to start freelancing and start providing that service to people. Now, once you're good at something, you also have to sell it. Be it a service, be it a product, you have to reach out to people. That can be done in two different ways. One is running ads and different things. You can doing cold emailing. So all of the things that I'm saying, like cold emailing, running ads and all these things, all of these are skills as well. One of the main flaws of the college curriculum is that they teach you very specific things and they do not teach you the things that are on the peripherals of that particular skill. So that you will only be able to fit into other systems, but you will never be able to make another system of your own because you do not know everything about a system. You will be only taught some particular part of it. So you can go and fit in a company, but you will never be able to make your own company unless you learn everything. And also in this day and age, another very popular passive income source is content creation, what I'm doing right now on YouTube. Now this basically does a few things. One, it gets you out there, gets you in front of a lot of people. Secondly, it helps you build a personal brand. In case you do not have a product to sell or a service to sell at this point, you can just work on getting your personal brand, getting your core cult audience, then you can later sell something too. And additionally, in my case, like I was a very shy introverted kid, I was very scared of the camera, and doing YouTube for 4+ years now had taken that completely out of the picture. So when you are starting out, you don't have to aim for like 1 lakh a month. You start off with 5-10,000 a month. Once you're getting there consistently for 5-6 months, you can then ramp it up. Make it like 25 to 35,000 a month. Then you go to 50,000. Then you go to 1 lakh, and you keep scaling that. And there are a lot of challenges that you will face in scaling with a particular skill. And if you are still confused about how to start, about going to making money in college, I will have a series of videos after this one where I'll be talking about how to make money in college in particular skills, how you can get into freelancing, how you can get into video editing particularly, how you can get into content creation, how you can get into copywriting. I'll talk about all of those with very expert people. So stay tuned if that is something you want to do. So now you understand that you have to do some kind of value creation. So you have to provide some value to people, but which value to provide, which skill to learn. So now on the internet, you'll see a lot of people talking about ki bro, ek hafte mein ye kar lo, you'll earn a lot of money, earn money quickly, you can earn 2 lakhs in 30 days and blah, blah, blah. All those are scams, because think about it. If it was that easy, if it was really possible to start out from scratch and make like 10 lakhs in a month, everyone will be doing it if it was easy. So first things first, it is very, very hard and people are not putting in effort. And most students who are in college are just scrolling Instagram reels and they are getting lazier and lazier by the day. And that is the advantage for us, because if most people are lazy, it wouldn't take us as much effort to get into the top 1%. So the next thing is remembering that it is not fast and it is not easy. It will be a very excruciatingly hard process and it will be something that takes a lot of time. You have to focus on one skill only to start off with and master that skill, become above average, become like the top 20% in that skill, and then you can start selling your service, because initially you do not have any leverage, no one really knows you, so your work has to stand out from the average amount of work that is already existing on the internet. Now, talking about passive income in college, as a reminder to you that you need to stop asking your parents for money and actually make your own money in college, because it is possible and it is doable. Go down and comment your current income, your current personal income. Even if it's zero, go down and comment it so that you will remember. It will be inside your brain from now on that you have to make money. You have to multiply this. If it's zero, do not multiply. You have to add something to it and then scale it to a much higher number. So how do you choose a skill that you want to master in this particular market? It is a whole video in itself. I'll make a whole different video in itself, but I will go through it roughly. You have to first see what is relevant in today's market. Content is very relevant because Instagram, YouTube and everything is growing. More of India is coming online and they're consuming a lot of content. Marketing has never been going down. Obviously AI, which is a really big thing. And I also think copywriting and graphic design will stay for some time at least. So one thing that you have to do is to understand the market and then also look at the different options, and then you choose something that you have interest in. And it's not just about the market. You also have to understand what is your unfair advantage. If you are particularly good at art, that is your unfair advantage. Do something with that art, build some service, build some product and try to sell it or make some content about it. And you don't even have to be good at something to have it as an unfair advantage. You can just have a lot of interest, obsessive amount of interest. Like I was obsessed with video editing when I was in high school. So that is what I used as my own leverage, that obsession for video editing. And that is how I built this YouTube channel, because no one else was investing this much time into making a video, into crafting a story. And that is what stood me out from the crowd, from the other college YouTubers who were making videos. That is how Sankokun is different, because he puts in this much effort into telling stories, into making his videos look like films. And that is my unfair advantage. So just like me, you also have different unfair advantages inside of you. You just have to recognize them by trying different things. And once you recognize that, you have to double down, triple down on that. So you get so good, you become the top 1% in that particular skill. And then it is just a matter of time before you can start selling and earning lots and lots of money. Now, being a top 1% student is not just about getting a good CGPA and earning a lot of money. You also have to be in control of your life. You also have to be fit. You have to take care of mainly three things: health, wealth and relationships. Relationships will come to that, how you make friends, how you network and all of those things. We already talked about wealth. Now it's time to talk about health. Taking care of your health in college is particularly important and a little bit tricky, because a lot of your friends are going to be going out to party, drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes and all of that thing. Now see, smoking cigarettes is straight up bad. Alcohol might not be that bad when compared to cigarettes, but if you drink something like beer that has a lot of calorie, it is gonna make you fat. If you don't go to the gym, if you do not work out, if you do not play any kind of sports, it is gonna take a toll on your body. And although you might not realize it much, because we are in our 20s right now, later down the line you will realize what you have done to your body. It is not just about looking good, it is not just about building muscles and hitting the gym, it is also about building discipline. Because once you go to the gym, once you get into the habit of going to the gym every single day and doing hard things, because those deadlifts and those push-ups and everything, they are very hard to do, and you are doing them against your body's will. In a way, you're pushing yourself. Your mind is also getting trained to doing hard things, because doing hard things will make you the top 1% in every single aspect. And let me tell you, I saw this particular study that says like only 5 to 7%, something around that number, of men actually work out. And even a very smaller number like 2 to 3% only do weight training. So if you go to the gym and lift weights, you are already in the top 1%, at least health wise, at least physique wise, you're already in the top 1% of men in India. It can make you look better, it can make you feel better, it will make you more disciplined, it will make you more energetic throughout the day, and it will help you get more done throughout the day as well. I can tell from personal experience that my best semester in college was when I was working relentlessly with my friends day in and day out. I was working like 15 to 16 hours every day and also hitting the gym every day, barely sleeping. Again, that's not a good thing, but barely sleeping. And we were never running out of energy because one, we are enjoying what we were doing. Secondly, we were making money out of it, shit ton of money out of it. And thirdly, we were very energetic about going to the gym after completing all of our work. We'll have dinner, we'll then work for 2 to 3 hours and then go to the gym at like 1 a.m. in the morning, and that's not a good thing to do, but yeah, you get my point. If you go to the gym, if you do some kind of physical activity, you say play some sports, it is absolutely gonna improve, it is absolutely gonna change your fucking life because it affects everything and it is builds the most important thing for success, that is discipline. Ab dekho, you might be thinking that I have talked about gym, I have talked about passive income, skill development and college courses, college के assignment भी होते हैं, exam भी होते हैं. How do you get that time? Two things. One, sacrifices. You'll have to sacrifice something. You cannot do all these things without getting some kind of sacrifice because there is a limited amount of time in a day. So you'll either have to sacrifice a little bit of sleep, a little bit of chill time, a little bit of scrolling on Instagram, or a little bit of hanging out with your friends. Secondly, the second thing is, even after eliminating all of these things, even after eliminating all the distractions, it is not very easy to do all of these things. That is why you need to build systems. Like after waking up every day, if I wake up early, I'll invest 2 hours in my skill development. After coming from my classes, I will try to finish my assignments in this last 2 minutes. Although assignment deadline के पहले दिन ही बनने वाला है, still keep that in a system कि okay, before the deadline, 1 day is for the assignment, and every weekend I can work on my video editing skills. So you need particular systems and pipelines in your life, and again I'll talk about how to build proper systems and pipelines in your life in a different video. Basically, you have to track your progress, you have to track what you have to do and not keep more things in your mind, but keep them on paper, keep them in an app somewhere. I use Notion for that, but yeah, you can use any other software or app for that, but you have to keep them somewhere. You have to maintain them inside a system. That way you can become consistent and disciplined about all the different things that you want to do in your life. Now what I'm saying about the apps is basically building a second brain of yourself so that your mind can be left for thinking and not retaining information. Keep those information somewhere else. Use something like Notion. Use Google Calendar or a calendar like Cron to schedule things so you don't have to remember, oh shit, मेरे को इस time पे ये करना है, इस time पे ये करना है. So every day you wake up, make a list of tasks that you want to do and pick like top 5 tasks at max that have to be done, that are like top priority, and cross out everything else, because everything else is not a priority and it can be taken care of at a later date or a later time. So delegate those things to your future self and only focus on those top 5 things in that particular day. I personally write better in morning, I personally edit better at night, I personally do like थोड़ा घिसा पिटा काम दोपहर को या शाम को, because मेरा दिमाग नहीं चलता उतना उस टाइम पे. So that might be different for you, so you have to optimize those 5 tasks however it works. The last, one of the biggest point जो आता है, that is key, how do you network with people? Because without a network, no matter how good you are, the word never gets out. If you have a good, well-connected network of very influential people, you will receive 10 times more opportunities than you would on your own going on the internet and making videos. Now, college में अच्छे से network करना है, networking with actually good and influential people is not very straightforward. एक तो your parents are right कि bad company, गलत संगति बहुत खराब चीज़ होती है college में. Now, I'm not saying कि okay सिर्फ successful दोस्त बनाने, सिर्फ scholar दोस्त बनाने, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. You might have friends जिसके साथ तुम anime discuss करते हो. You might have friends जिसके साथ तुम football discuss करते हो, बट वो दोस्ती है. नेटवर्किंग इज अ लिटिल बिट डिफरेंट. नेटवर्किंग में यू मेक connections which you can leverage later in your life to get you more deals, more money, more opportunities या फिर कुछ भी, and vice versa obviously. The most easy, basic and not very effective way is to go into some club and find other people who have the similar interests. But even better way is to find someone who is already doing those things. If you want to do freelancing, find some senior or some other guy who is already doing freelancing in your college, because when someone is good at something, he is not going to be part of a club. That is something that I have seen all throughout college. Someone who's good at poetry is not part of a poetry club. Someone who's good at making videos is not part of the video making club. You have to be very keen and talk to people and find out who are already in your niche and working and making the money. And if you can find someone like that, and if you can start networking with them, start working with them, you will learn exponentially quicker, because you wouldn't have to make the mistakes that they have made. You will get like raw, fine-tuned, compressed knowledge in a very fast pace. And even if you cannot find someone who is already doing it in your college, you can find other interested people who are equally passionate as you. Team up with them, start working on something, and you will see how fast your learning rate gets, because all of you will be sharing your learnings, your lessons, your mistakes and everything with each other. And that is a supercharge to your learning process, and that much quicker you can start making money out of it. But again, you have to be very cautious when you are networking with people. Talk with everyone, but decide who you want to network and who you want to connect with. So that was the overview of the different things, the different principles, the pathway you have to take to become a top 1% student. Not just talking about academically, but holistically, someone who can become financially independent, someone who can become the boss of their own life. So if you are in college right now and you want to be one of these top 1% student, you want to do things that your peers can only dream about, then there are a series of videos where I'll go into all of these different things and get in depth with them, show you step-by-step roadmaps of how to follow them, how to network well, how to make good friends, how to learn the skill from the internet effectively, how to start freelancing with it, how to make money with it, how to build a personal brand, and all of these different things, and obviously how to make the biggest comeback of your life in 2024. I'm gonna talk about all of this on this channel in the following few videos. So if you're interested in any of that, do hit the subscribe button to onboard the train, and we will get going very, very swiftly. And if you like this particular video, leave a like to let me know. I'll make more videos like this.